everyone, this is Therese of Be Captivated Voice Artist, and this is my second vlog regarding the Certified Voice Artist program. So this session specifically was very educational because we actually got into the nitty-gritty of character creation. So we got to know about the elements and how we can make our own formula. So I love that because it made things so much less random and abstract for me, because I used to think, this is a misconception, that when voice artists see a script, they just randomly come up with a voice. And while that's true for a number of voice artists, you know, those who can really just come up with things spontaneously, for people like me, we need a little bit of help with our imagination. We need a guide, and Sir Pochola teaches you how you can make your own voice, and it's actually really simple, you know. But I can't share it in this video, but that was very helpful, and it just made this eureka moment for me that, hey, you know, this isn't something scary, because actually for me, my insecurity with my voice is that I feel like I have a very specific type of voice that I can do and not much else. I remember when I was doing auditions in Casting Call Club, CCC, one of the producers said, "What is your range? Like, can you show us your range?" And I was like, I don't know, because I think that this is the only voice I can do. In different emotions, yes, but this archetype, I guess that's the only thing that I could do. But now I realize that if you just tweak, if you think of the process through this formula that Pochola gives you in this program, it actually is really simple. It's actually really simple, and it doesn't have to be this esoteric and random abstract concept. You know, it's something that anyone can do, you know. If you know, here's a hint, if you know certain adjectives, certain personality types, and you can change your pitch and your tempo, then you can come up with a lot of voices, actually. So I'm gonna be doing my character voices, oh my goodness. And to be honest, yes, it is quite nerve-wracking for me. It's something that I am not that comfortable with, and that's okay, you know. We are here to learn, you know. We're not here to be perfect. We're here to develop as artists, and I know that I'll surprise myself. I don't know what yet. I still need to come up with the 5 character voices for our homework this week, but honestly, I'm feeling good. I'm not feeling as scared as I initially was, because from the very first session I was like, oh my god, we're gonna make character voices. I have no range. This is the only voice I can do. I already failed. But then, you know, now that we had this session, I actually feel optimistic and excited, you know. The fear and the doom is turned into this creativity and this childlike wonder at, you know, I love how Sir Pochola tells us, like, you know, you have to get out of your mind and forget about what people think. Because if you keep on thinking about what people think, then your voice is not going to come out. Your voice is just going to get stuck, and you're never going to realize what you can do if you keep on thinking about what other people think about you. I have this fear, you know, that people are gonna hear it and people are gonna spread rumors and bad stuff, like, oh gosh, that person's like really crazy, and or oh, she's not that good. But honestly, it doesn't have to matter. It really doesn't. We think it matters, but it really doesn't. And I really just admire Sir Pachola, as a coach and a person, because he really shows this resilience. He has told us, over and over again, that he has experienced people not supporting him at all. Like, he told us that he put himself, he created this success for himself because there were so many people who were putting him down in the industry. So he had to climb, on his own and lift other people up in the process. And that's what I love about him, because he's proud of himself, but he's also he's not selfish. He's not selfish in the way that he will take every single opportunity and dry out the forest. I love how he's always thinking about us, the students. He's always telling us that we are his priority. He's going to take care of the CVAP artists. And I love that. But aside from that, okay, so we covered, yes, the educational aspects, but there's also this segment in this session where he says, and let me get my notebook. Alright, so in my notebook, there is this part where we had to practice the formula. We had to practice making the voice, and he had to establish this really important thing. Before we imitate or create voices, we have to know our own voice. So he says, love your voice first and find your voice. And it got really emotional in this section, because he made us do this exercise where we had to do like this to our ear and curve it. And he said that this will help you hear how you really sound like. And when I did this, I felt like crying. I felt like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that I sounded like this. I could hear how clear my voice was when my imagination or perception of my own voice is that my voice is really muddy and slurry. I always think that I have a slur, and I know that's because I don't really open my mouth that wide, because growing up, I'm an introvert. I like to listen, so I'm kind of just used to being the person who is listening rather than the person who is doing the speaking. But yeah, anyway, I heard my voice through that, and I just felt like I wanted to cry. And right now I still feel like wanting to cry. I love how Sir Pachola addressed how there could be a number of us, who feel insecure in our own voices and feel like we are not proud of our own voices, when our voices are so powerful and so unique, and they are a force of great good. And I love how, well, I haven't even heard of this concept from anyone. I've only heard it from Sir Pachola, how our voices are here to do good work. And I love that. We don't really think about voice work as doing good work. We kind of just see voice work as something artistic, something fun, something expressive. We think that we are doing it for ourselves, and while that's true, we don't really think about the children who are watching the shows we may be voicing, the kind of impact that our voices have on them. Like, it kind of warms my heart thinking that if I voice in a cartoon, children are growing up with my voice, and the lessons that I'll be teaching them, they'll remember that my character said it to them. Like, maybe it's this cute chubby cat character who's saying,
do your best and never forget to believe in yourself.
something like that. And they'll always remember that it came from that character. And it really just makes me very excited, and made me think about how much our voices in general, impact the people that listen. In movies, in radio, when telling the news, voices are so important, and we also need to think about that. And I also love how Sir Pachola was also talking about how, when you do this work, and not just work, but this art, you really put yourself to it. You really put in your mastery to it. You get what I mean? You really just surrender and give it your everything. So those are my thoughts about the second week of CVAP. And yeah, I'm just on cloud 9 until now. I'm on cloud 9 because if the first session was like mindset, and yeah, this one was all technical and inspirational in the same time, and I love it. The community, our community in CVAP is one of the most diverse, creative, zany, artistic, and surprisingly empathetic people I've ever met, and I have the pleasure of being surrounded and being in. So I hope that you can join us for CVAP Batch 3 this coming September. So if you have any qualms about your investment and what you get, I hope this vlog helps you. Like, it's the second week and we are already learning and having homework about creating the voices and all that. You can also check out the website. And yeah, I hope that you learned a lot or something from this vlog, and I'll see you next time. Bye!